Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my online English video class. Once again, we are going to start English literature class, in which we are going to study about unit number 10. The chapter is the storm. So first of all, we will start knowing about the writer. You can see that Walter Farley is the writer. So he was an American writer who loved horses and write a story about them for children. He learned all about horses from his uncle, who was a professional horseman. He wrote several books, of which The Black Stallion. Okay, The Black Stallion is the most famous book written by the writer. What a story we are going to have! That is an extract from the book The Black Stallion. Okay, so let us see the first stanza. So a young boy, Alec. So there is two character we are going to have in this chapter. The first is Alec, Alec, and then after we will have our next character, that is horse. Clear? So let's see. Okay. So a young boy, Alec, is sailing home to America after visiting his uncle in India when the ship called Drake. So this is the story of a young boy, Alec. Okay, he was sailing to America after visiting to his uncle in India. So in which ship he was, the name of the ship was Drake. Okay, that stops at a port, and then after a young oxman drag a beautiful untamed black stallion. Black stallion is a horse. Okay, Alec loves horses and captivated by this animal that won't let anyone come near him. In a bid of befriend the horse, which is called the Black. Okay, the name of the horse was Black. Alec starts leaving lumps of sugar at its stall every night. Stall means meaning is written here. You can see that a stall is a small covered area in which an animal is kept. Okay, so when the boy saw the animal or the horse, he just wanted to be friend with him, and then after every night he start leaving a lump of sugar in its stall every night. Okay, what happened then? One night, a terrible calamity means, you can see that calamity is a disaster. Okay, so one night what happened, a calamity came, and then after strikes the ship. What happens to the boy and the horse? Let's see this. So one night one disaster came on the sea, and a storm came, and then after in the story what happened we will see in these paragraphs. So what about the night? First paragraph is talking about the same night. The night was hot and still. Heavy clouds blacked out the stars, and long streaks the lightning raised to the sky. The black had his head out the window, his ears pricked forward, his nostril quivering, his black mane roaring. Alec could not turn his eyes away. So this is the description of the night in which that is talking about the horse whose head was out of the window in his stall. He was just pricked forward, and his nostril also he was shaking its nostril, and then after the boy could not away his eyes from the horse. He could not believe such a perfect animal existed. He was very fascinated by the horse, and then he thought that this horse is the perfect animal he ever had seen. Just then Black turned, whistled, and he saw the boy. He again faced the water. Okay, as soon as the horse saw the boy, that the boy was saying to the Black, then he again turned his face towards water. Clear? Means the horse was not friendly to the boy, so that is why he repeated again. Alec felt exalted. It was the first time that the stallion hadn't drawn back into the stall. At the sight of him moving closer, he held out the sugar into the palm of his hand to the stallion. The Black turned and whistled softly this time. But in second paragraph is talking about that Alec was very happy. Exalted means very happy, because that was the first time when he did not move his face towards the water, and even he took the sugar from the hands of the boy. Clear? Now we have the next. So Alec stood his ground. No one had been this close to the stallion since he came on board, but Alec knew that it would be not wise to get any closer, and so placed the sugar on the still. The black looked at it, then back to the boy. Slowly he moved other and began to eat sugar. So when the boy saw that this will be a difficult, so as soon as we are close that time, that is the best thing. Now more closer to this will not be a good idea. So he left the sugar in it, and then after slowly he moved over. He began to eat sugar. Alec watched him for a moment and satisfied. Then the rain began to fall, and he went to his cabin. He left the horse, and then he goes to his cabin. Okay. In the middle of the night, the drake lurched crazily. What is the meaning of lurch? Is given here. You can see that. Just to wait. Okay. Okay, lurch means is not written here, but I will tell you that lurch means what? It made a sudden uncontrolled movement. Okay, that is a movement, a sudden movement which is uncontrolled, and due to that the ship was started moving forward and backside from here to there. Okay, that was the movement known as a lurched. Okay, so awakening Alec, who was thrown in onto the floor outside, there was defeating rolls of thunder. Rolls of thunder means loud rumbling sound of thunder. Clear? So he due to the movement, the boy was thrown onto his floor. His first storm at the sea. Now the storm at the sea found. He put the light switch. It was dead. A flash of lightning illuminated the cabin. The top of his desk has been swept clear, and the floor was covered with broken glass. Grabbing the pocket of knife, which was parting the gift from his uncle, he stabbed into his life jacket and hoping that he wouldn't need either. So due to the struggling movement, Alec somewhere managed and managed himself. He stood, and then after he found a knife in his jacket, which was given to his uncle, and then after he took a life jacket that if the ship was going to sink, he can use it. Opening the door, he staggered to the deck of hung onto the rail. He shouts the Captain Watson. Captain Watson is a captain who is moving the boat or the sail, and the crew wouldn't handle faintly above the roar of the wind. Huge waves swept from one end to the deck to another. Hysterical passenger means in a state of uncontrolled fear, anger, and excitement. All the passengers were completely in the moment of fear and excitement. They were thinking that what would be the next thing will be happen in the ship. Then Alec was genuinely scared now. Never had he seen a storm like this, what he had seen on that time. For what seemed hours, the drake fought wave after wave, trembling, turning on its side, yet somehow managing to stay afloat. The storm began to subside a little, and Alec felt now new hope. The boat, but then there was a sharp crack, and the ship shook. Alec was thrown flat on his face, which felt hot and sticky with blood. Then he became conscious and screaming, passengers climbing, crawling, and stepping over him. Meanwhile, the drake had become still. Its engine has gone dead. So you can see that one by one there are the condition of the ship as well as the passenger it's going to worse. But somewhere they are just struggling. They found that the storm began to subside, and the little Elec felt a new hope that maybe they will be alive. But what happened? All of a sudden, they find that the sharp crack and the ship shook, and then he was float on his face. Due to that, he felt injury, and a sticky blood came into the mouth of the boy. And then he became conscious and screaming passenger. He found that all the passengers were screaming there. Meanwhile, the Drake had become still and its engine has gone. That means one by one there is bad condition. Struggling, Alec pushed himself to his feet and made his way along the deck. His startled eyes onto the scene about him. The Drake struck by lightning, seeming almost cut into the half. They were sinking. The boy thought that all of them will sink into the sea. Okay, they were sinking. The crew was manning the lifeboats, and the captain Watson was shouting direction. So they were just managing that people should not be sink, and then after they were managing the small boats into the ship. One boat was being lowered into the water. A large wave caught it and turned the boat and its occupants into the sea. That also gone. Then the second lifeboat was being filled, and Alec waited his turn. But then it came. But when it came, the boat had reached its quota. Quota means it's completely full. Okay. And then after, wait for the next one, Alec. Captain Watson said sternly. He told to Alec that he should wait for the next boat. Uh, He put his arm on the boy's shoulder, softening his harshness on his words. Just then, Alec thought of the black. He was thinking about the horse. What was happening to him? Alec fought his way of lying towards the stir on the board. If the stallion was alive, he was going to set him free and give him a chance to fight for his life. So he was thinking about the horse, and then he wanted to make him free, and was also given a chance to make him free. The stall was still standing there where it was earlier. Alec had Alec heard a shrill whistling rise above the storm. He rushed to the door and swung it open. For a second, he mightily hoops, the stops pounding, and there was silence. Alec backwards away slowly. So he found that there was black, and then the black was also waiting that somebody come and make him free. Okay. Then he saw the black. He saw the black. His head held high, his nostril brown out with excitement. The horse snarled and plunged straight for the rail, which was broken at his point, leaving nothing between them and upon the sea. The black swavered as he came near Alec, and the boy realized that the stallion was making for a hole. The horse soldier grazed Alec, who went flying into the deep. And then after, the boy and the horse also moved from that place. When he came, he heard an explosion, and he saw the Drake sitting into the water. Means that part of the ship was also broken down. Frantically, he looked around for a lifeboat, but there was no one in sight. Then he saw the black swimming not more than 10 yards away. Then after, the boy was he just wanted to have a life jacket, but he could not find anything. He found that black was swimming into the sea. Something floated by him, a rope which was attached to the black's halter. The same rope that they had used to bring the stallion abroad, and which they had never been able to get close enough to the horse and untie. Okay, so due to that, he just hold the rope which was somewhere attached to the black halter. Without stopping to think, Elliot grabbed and hold it. He was pulled through the water into the oncoming waves with the help of the horse. So here we can found we can see that when the boy was thinking about the horse, he made him set free, and in this condition now the horse is helping the boy to made him free. Okay, so he was too tired not to think about what he had done. He only knew that he had the choice to remaining in the water alone or being pulled by the black. So there was only two option what the boy had. Either he can be in the water, or he can hold the rope, as well as he go with the black. If he was to die, he would rather die with the mighty stallion than alone. Okay, he thought that. With one last took behind, he saw the drag into see the water, into see the sea, and then after he was moving forward the black. Suddenly he realizes that they were going with the waves instead of against them. Yes, they must be approaching land. Eagerly he strained his salt-filled eyes and looked into the distance. He saw a reef. Okay, what is reef? So I will tell you that, student, a reef is a line of sand or rocks just below the surface of the sea. So when the boy saw the reef, he somewhere felt a comfort, and he might found food and water there and have a chance to survive. Faster and faster they approached the white sand. With a shrill scream and a shake of his head, the black went faster through the shallow water to reach the shore. Okay, they just somewhere reached the shore. Alex had wailed as he was pulled towards the beach with ever increasing speed. Suddenly, he realized the danger of his position. He had to untie the rope from around his waist, or else he would be dragged over the sand. Frantically, his fingers flew out to the notch of the at the shore. He drew closer to closer, but the rope was very tight, and then after he was unable to untie it. The black was now on the beach. Thunder began to roll beneath his hoop. Okay, so the highlighted line, meaning I will tell you that here thunder began to roll, means the black was running so fast that his hoofs made a loud pounding sound when they hit the sand, so that the sound could be heard by the boy. As he landed on the shore, oars in the water had swelled the knot. Alec couldn't untie it. Then he remembered the pocket knife. Could it still be there? Alec's finger reached inside and came out with the knife. He began dragged by the stallion on the shore, and sand flew in his face. He had to act quickly. He opened the knife and began to cut the rope. His body burned from the sand. His clothes were being torn off. Desperately, he swayed away at the rope. With one final thrust, he was through. As the black galloped to his freedom, Alex outstretched hand caressed the sand. Both of them had the horse were alive. Okay, caressed means touched or stroked gently. So in this way, we can found that both the boy and the horse was alive in the last of the story. So student, now I hope that till here you all understood what I wanted to explain you. In the next video, I will give you all question answer. We will have a discussion on question answer of this chapter. Till that time, thank you so much and have a nice day.